And now I'd like to invite each of the candidates to take 2 minutes to introduce themselves. Ms. Grigoritis will go first, followed by Ms. Hammer, and next we will have Ms. Madero Solano.
Thank you to the organizers of tonight's event and to everyone in attendance. I think it's a testament to our community that we have so many residents engaged on this issue and logged in here tonight. And I do just want to take a moment to say that I'm honored to be here with my fellow candidates. I know we're sharing in this unique experience, and I hope that you both and your families are well as we go through this together. By way of introduction, I am Jen Grigoritis. I want to start out by acknowledging that as a white, Jewish, cis, straight woman, I come to tonight's conversation with a great amount of privilege, and I strive to be aware of this as I lean into issues of racial injustice. I believe it is my responsibility to use my privilege to listen to and to elevate the articulated needs of people of color and those of marginalized identities. I believe it is my responsibility to speak up and out when I observe discrimination and to follow the lead of those impacted on how to best support them and to do this work even when it is not easy and it is not comfortable. I am running for office because I believe that government can and should be good in the lives of people, especially those with career in public service, with a focus on supporting communities and individuals impacted who are disproportionately people of color, women, and members of the LGBTQ+ community. I believe that we provide better services at every level of government, everyone, when we do the work to ensure that all voices are part of the conversation. I believe I combine a demonstrated passion and commitment for working on behalf of with the executive experience to lead and deliver results. In the 2 decades I have spent working in state government, I have administered an annual budget of $60 million, including providing funding to 140 programs across the Commonwealth to ensure high quality, equitable, and free services to approximately 90,000 victims of crime. I not only know how to move money from point A to point B, but how to collaboratively use finite resources in order to make the biggest impact in people's lives, where they live and work and go to school, and make sure that we are addressing inequities that we know exist in our community so that we can continue to work toward change. Thank you for having me tonight.
Thank you so much for that, that introduction. And next, we will have Ms. Hammer.
Thank you. I'm so grateful for this opportunity, and thank you to the organizers for tonight and for all of the work that you do for all of us in Melrose. I have learned a great deal from these 3 organizations, from you all, and I find it incredible that Melrose has at least 3 groups that advocate for racial justice in our community. And the fact that we have at least 3 groups that advocate for racial justice means we have a lot of work to do. I believe in the power and potential of good government. As someone with 20 years of experience working in state and local government, I have seen firsthand the impact of great policy and bold leadership. I started as a Boston Public High School teacher, and that's when I learned that students need to see themselves in their teachers and leaders. That we need to rebuild our very fractured relationship with our educators here in Melrose, and that we need to start working with caregivers as partners. I've worked in business development in Boston. That's how I know how to help small businesses already here and how to recruit businesses that we want and need. I worked to deploy a $1 billion bond to improve services at the state and local level, and built and managed a team to create innovative technology design around and for the people most impacted by our services. And I've worked at the Treasury on economic empowerment, and that's how I know we can support our working families by scaling services we already have, and how to help people build equity through housing and economic development opportunities. I believe we need to engage a community in its own progress for our shared future. And I pledge to be a mayor who listens intently, welcomes the difficult, critical conversations needed to ensure the safety, health, and dignity of every Melrosian. I will keep my door open and hold myself accountable to the people in progress, and bring differing perspectives around the decision-making table for real progress. So my name is Sam Hammer, and I'm running to be your next mayor because this is my life's work and this is my home. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Hammer. And last but certainly not least, we have Ms. Madero Solano.
Thank you. First, I want to thank Fighting for Black Lives in Our Neighborhood, the Racial Justice Community Coalition, and the Friends of Melrose Metco for hosting this forum, my fellow candidates for participating, and the voters for watching. My name is Monica Madero Solano. I'm a candidate for mayor of Melrose. I've lived here in Melrose my whole life. I'm the daughter of a first-generation American whose first language was not English. My parents struggled and saved to buy this house on the edge of town where I continue to live today. I've been privileged to grow up in a stable and loving environment with two parents who sacrificed so much for me to have the opportunities that I have today, including being here today as a candidate for mayor. I've gotten involved at the local level, serving on the school committee and then the city council for a total of 14 years altogether. And I'm running for mayor today because I'm grateful for those opportunities, and I want to ensure that the next generations have these same opportunities and more. Tonight, we're going to address important and sometimes sensitive topics. I'm hopeful that this will be the beginning of the discussion. And if I'm elected mayor, I'm committed to keeping this conversation going and to improving relations among all of us in our community. Thanks so much, and I'm looking forward to keeping this conversation going.